It's time for GMA3. The new developments in the search for Kata Scott, a suspect in custody on a kidnapping charge in the disappearance of the 23-year-old Philadelphia woman who vanished nearly 2 weeks ago. What police say they discovered. To recline or not to recline, the big change coming to a major airline and why it could cost you. And Julia Roberts one-on-one with Diane Sawyer.
Tense up, everybody. Tense up.
Me.
Talking about her new movie, After the Hunt.
There's so many layers of mystery going on.
Having her co-stars live in her home before filming and looking back at her Oscar-winning career. It's time for GMA3.
From ABC News headquarters in New York City, this is GMA3.
Big mistake, huge. Do you guys know that scene?
Yes,
okay,
yes,
Pretty
no,
Woman.
Pretty Woman.
Hello.
She's in the shop.
Iconic,
over my head. Sorry about that. I knew that one. Just making sure.
Never ask a question on television that people might not know the answer to. Hi, I'm Rebecca Jarvis.
And I'm Will. I know that answer. I'm alongside. We're glad you can join us on this Thursday.
Yes. Now, coming up, our Science of You series, Becky Worley checks out on-demand testing for your bone density and muscle mass. How a $50 test could answer questions like, is my workout plan working? So I don't have to look at my belt anymore.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. We have a Becky Worley doubleheader here. She got an exclusive first look behind the scenes at what may be one of the hottest gifts of the holidays, Xbox's new handheld device. She was invited into their labs before it goes on sale to see exactly how they developed it.
That is a great assignment. Looking forward to that. We have a lot in store. But first, we do begin with an arrest in connection with the disappearances of Kata Scott, the 23-year-old woman who vanished in Philadelphia nearly 2 weeks ago. Police say a man is in custody on a kidnapping charge, and Faith Abube is here in studio with us with more. Hello, Faith.
Hi there, Will. Investigators say they believe that the suspect was the last person who was in contact with Kata Scott before she vanished, but they still don't know where she is. For 12 days, they say, she's had no contact with her family, no cell phone activity, or even social media.
Authorities in Philadelphia are intensifying their search for missing 23-year-old nursing home worker Kata Scott after arresting a suspect in connection with the case. 21-year-old Keon King charged with kidnapping.
She was in communication with an individual. That individual appears to meet her very shortly after she leaves her place of work. And very shortly after that, she disappears off of the footprint.
Scott was last seen the evening of October 4th, leaving this assisted living facility during an overnight shift. Her car left in the parking lot. Police receiving 2 key tips Wednesday, one leading them to this abandoned elementary school where they recovered evidence of value, and another to the rear of an apartment building where they found what they believe to be the suspect's vehicle.
We also believe she may have been in that vehicle.
Authorities say before she disappeared, Scott told relatives she was being harassed. It's unclear if King was the person allegedly harassing her. The investigation now being led by the homicide unit, but officials are not characterizing this as a homicide investigation.
Homicide investigators are seasoned investigators and know how to find people and put cases together, and that's why they're on this case.
Kata's loved ones are holding on to hope as they desperately await answers.
Day-to-day, definitely worried, but I'm hopeful we are going to find Kata. I'm going to remain confident that she's okay.
And right now, investigators are still working under the assumption that Kata is alive. And guys, since some of these tips have led to some substantial evidence in this case so far, the family is now raising money for a reward for tips that could lead to their daughter.
Yeah, I hope people can step up and really help on this one. Thank you, Faith.
Absolutely. Thank you, Faith. Now to a consumer home alert about home heating bills this winter. Rebecca, you had these numbers, right?
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you use electric, you're going to see that bill most likely go up, according to government data. People tend to use one of 2 sources for heating. It's either natural gas or electricity. If it's electricity, and a lot of people in the South use this, unfortunately, prices there are expected to climb 4%. The average, about $1,000 $1,133. If it's natural gas, you could see that bill go down a bit, $642. The reason, guys, that we are seeing this increase in electricity is that for years, electricity demand remained flat, and there's been very little infrastructure investment here. We've been hit by weather. We're also not investing as heavily in alternatives anymore under the Trump administration. But the real culprit right now is that new demand from electric cars and appliances, and then AI data centers. They have become such an issue. We've heard from candidates both sides of the aisle talking about this, particularly in Virginia, where they have what's known as Data Center Alley because there are so many data centers there. And according to a Bloomberg analysis, electricity now costs 267% more in a month than it did 5 years ago in areas that are located close to major data center activity.
That is a huge spike and such a real world cause and effect situation with the rise of AI.
And you really see it. That I talk to people who are in these locations close to data centers. They really feel it in their monthly bills.
Yeah.
Speaking of really feeling it, Ike, you are really feeling these football games tonight.
Yeah,
Big Thursday night. They're calling it the Icy Hot Bowl.
Yeah, we got a couple almost senior citizens here at quarterback playing.
Okay, right. Says the young one on the couch sofa.
Just a little bit. Listen, tonight's game is pitting AFC North rivals, the Pittsburgh Steelers, against the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams headed in opposite directions, but they have one thing in common. They're 40-something-year-old quarterbacks. Now, Aaron Rodgers, he's healthy and performing well for the Steelers, something that I wish he did for the Jets, but it's okay. I digress. But he says this is going to be his final NFL season at 41. Now, across the field is 40-year-old Joe Flacco starting for the Bengals. This is just going to be the second pair of 40-plus-something-year-old quarterbacks to face each other. The only others were Tom Brady and Drew Brees, who played each other 3 times during that 2020 season, including the playoffs. We all know how that ended. Now, Flacco was traded to the Cincinnati Bengals just last week to fill in for the injured Joe Burrow. They haven't won a game since Burrow went down, and they're now 2-4. Pittsburgh, however, sits atop the division with a 4-1 record and are riding a 3-game winning streak. So, Steelers, Bengals, Rodgers, Flacco, yeah, get the icy hot ready.
Yeah, I think you might need the icy hot after all of those comments about age.
Karma's going to be tough on me.
Thank you, Ike. All right, coming up, the science of you and the $50 test that could help answer the question about if the extra weight you're carrying is the kind that could put you at greater risk for disease. We'll be back with that.
Welcome back to GMA3, and it is our series, The Science of You. This week, we've been looking at on-demand medical tests, and today, Becky Worley is checking out how full body scans are becoming more accessible and how at-home scales can tell you more than pounds and ounces. Becky, this is fascinating. Can't wait to hear all about it. Hello.
Yeah, Will, body composition is so much more than pounds and ounces. We're talking about your body fat, your bone density, your lean muscle mass, and they can tell you about your overall health and how to prioritize lifestyle changes. But how do you get scanned and use that information in a positive way?
This is a DEXA scan. It's a low-dose X-ray that measures my lean tissue, like muscle, that's the red you see in the scan, my fat tissue in blue, and it quantifies the density of my bones. It takes about 5 minutes, and you can now get these scans without a doctor's order for as little as $50.
So the results are in?
Orthopedic sports surgeon Dr. Vonda Wright is a big fan.
It's important for us to know what our body composition is, in particular, how much muscle mass we have, because there's a difference between what we weigh and what we're composed of.
I learned that my bone density is pretty good. Visceral fat, that's the type of fat around your organs that can lead to health challenges. I'm okay there. But for me, a huge focus of my workouts has been building lean muscle. Since I got a DEXA scan last year too, I can see I've actually lost muscle mass, which is honestly disheartening considering I've worked really hard on this.
What do you recommend for people who are a little afraid of their results?
When people are afraid of the numbers they might find in a DEXA scan or the scale, I want to remind them that the numbers themselves are not judgments.
Instead, Dr. Wright says this info is infinitely helpful in prioritizing lifestyle choices.
You can't know where you're going unless you know where you are. But data demands action.
Screening guidelines support bone density screening for women over 65 and men over 70, often paid for by insurance. even though many, including Dr. Wright, think earlier intervention is helpful to improve bone health. And while DEXA scans are getting more affordable and accessible, they aren't the only way to assess body composition.
You can see that I'm putting my feet directly on these contacts, the electrodes.
In-body machines are found in many gyms and clinics. They use bioelectrical impedance to calculate lean mass and body fat, though they don't give you bone density data.
It's not like you feel electrical current going through you.
And this same technology is used for at-home scales that measure body fat. The results may not be as accurate as the DEXA scan, but Dr. Wright says all of these devices can be valuable to track progress.
You can use the trends over a month or over a quarterly period, because data in itself, frankly, is a little useless, but it's data in action that can change your life.
Osteoporosis is not just a concern for women, guys. One accounting has about 6% of men over the age of 65 suffering from osteoporosis. And this is one of the reasons why I've been getting DEXA scans more regularly. I want to stay on top of my bone density and muscle mass as I age. So guys, this is really good info, and data in action, that's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while, and you've inspired me here, and hopefully many other people. Becky, thank you. But before we let you go, the muscle mass info is interesting. How are you using that to inform your daily life?
Well, it's not something you can like directly tie to one workout style, Will, but I'm definitely trying to be more aware of protein intake, lifting heavy, and because the scan does tell you where on your body you're gaining or losing muscle mass, your arms, your trunk, or your legs, you can target those areas. So legs, it's leg day. You can't skip leg day. That's today's message.
Absolutely, that is words to the wise. The always strong, never dense Becky Worley. Thank you so much for joining us here. And coming up on GMA3, Tori Johnson is here with our Deals and Steals Fall Festival. We've got up to 60% off on beauty products. Stay with us.
We are back now with our Deals and Steals Fall Festival. The leaves are changing, and so should your beauty routine. And Tori Johnson is here with skin and hair care must-haves. Tori, always great to see you.
And sometimes it's really just got to stock up on your favorites.
That's right. And this one, I was so excited because Marilyn literally just used this product on my hair.
You guys notice that Rebecca looks even more gorgeous today. It could be this money mist that's in her hair. Marilyn was so excited. She walked in this morning and said, I just put this on, Rebecca and Ginger. And I said, oh, did you take it from my display? She's like, no, I took it from my bag. I use this every day.
See?
So I was
excited.
I
like the name, Money Mist.
Money Mist, exactly. And it's perfectly fitting for you. Yes, absolutely. For somebody with frizzy hair that wants to control the frizz and have more shine, the Dream Coat products
this is also
fabulous.
Excellent,
for volume, the extra large bombshell volumizers like Va Va Voom. The root powders are terrific, either between salon visits or between colors, or just to add like a little volume to
it's like depth
areas.
and dimension.
Yes, exactly. And you know what else it is? 50% off. All right.
That is my kind of deal.
Exactly. Cora
also
Organics.
Excellent, yeah.
This is all certified organic skincare founded by supermodel Miranda Kerr. Hard to get her to pick a favorite because the whole line is her baby, but she does pick favorites. This one right here, her #1 favorite, it's this Nona face oil, Noni face oil, and just a teeny little bit goes a long way. It's incredible for just hydration, glow, really restoring that sort of luminosity to your skin. And then this turmeric mask also is like
it's a great product.
It's one of their like viral favorites. It's great for exfoliating, kind of reviving dull skin. This is and plus it's like kind of fun to use too. Everything's 50% off. It's a beautiful line and all certified organic.
I love the face wash here too.
Yes.
They have a really good one.
They do have a good one, and you know who else does? Indie Lee has a really good cleanser as well. The cleanser is terrific because it's going to take everything off, but it's not going to strip all of like the nourishment that your skin needs,
especially in the winter.
Yes. Another good one for the winter is this one right here, this CoQ10. It's a toner, and it's just like this little spritz that you can either use as a primer before your routine or just throughout the day to like rehydrate, especially if you're indoors and there's heat on and your face gets really blow dry. That's a great one. The whole line, high performance, plant-derived ingredients, all 50% off.
Excellent.
May Love, everyone.
Yes.
Our viewers love
Yes,
May
yes.
Love. So that little bottle right there, the Glow Maker Vitamin C
Ooh.
Serum, they've sold 1.5 million units of that little bottle. It's a really great one for keeping wrinkles at bay. Another wrinkle preventer relaxer is this Moonlight Retinol Serum, and I like it because I think it's like fun. It's got that little message on the side.
People will stare.
People will stare. And your wallet will like it because it's all 50% off.
Excellent.
When you need a quick pick-me-up,
these are perfect, yeah.
Yes. Quick fix. Under eye gels, masks, lip treatments. Feel good with these. All 50% off. Start at $8. And then finally, we do love makeup eraser because it's the easiest way to take off. You could do a full face of makeup with this. Plus, look at the little pups. All 50% off plus free shipping, $9 to $14 and free shipping. And we're giving it away.
Winter, spring, and fall. You take care of us. Tori Johnson. We partnered with all these companies on these great products, and you can get them at GMAdeals.com and also on that QR code. We will be right back.
Welcome back to GMA3.
Welcome back to GMA3. Tomorrow on GMA, that's Tony winner Kristen Chenoweth taking a bow with the cast of her new Broadway musical, The Queen of Versailles. And Kristen will be here to tell us about reuniting with Wicked composer Stephen Schwartz for the new show and much more.
Plus, we're also celebrating National Pasta Day tomorrow with 3 great chefs taking on our challenge to put a twist on 3 classic pasta sauces. Yummy.
Molto bene.
There you go.
And our 50 States in 50 Weeks tour takes us to Tennessee. Rachel Scott will show us the famous sights and go off-roading at one of the most popular parks in the state. She can off-road, she can face-to-face with world leaders.
Yeah, she can do it all.
Looking forward to that.
Not at all. And now to a big change coming to a major airline. WestJet, the Canadian airline that flies to 19 U.S. states. Guess what? They're rolling out reconfigured planes that'll offer passengers the option to pay for more reclining seats. Now, the question is, will it cause turbulence among passengers? I don't know. Sam Champion, he has the story. He'll tell us.
Can anyone who actually reclines their seat on the airplane walk me through your thought process?
It's the high-flying debate that can cause cabin pressures to rise.
It's totally okay to recline your seat. That's what it's there for.
To recline or not to recline, on average, it's only 2 to 3 inches here.
I think that you should be able to recline your seat on a 10-hour flight. I told her, I was like, if you want to be comfy, get first class.
But for some, there's no question. But now airlines like Canada's WestJet are making it a financial decision, rolling out reconfigured planes starting this month with standard economy seats that don't allow you to push back and relax. If you do want to recline, now it'll cost you.
Airlines are figuring out how to segment pricing all across the board. And if you want a little extra comfort, you're going to pay for it. That's what they're saying to everyone.
The changes will roll out on 43 WestJet planes with standard economy seats featuring a, quote, fixed recline design. The airline saying it will help preserve personal space. Extended comfort and premium seats that do recline are also available if you pay more. WestJet Brightsiding calling this an investment in, quote, guest experience, saying the cabin has been thoughtfully designed to offer WestJet's welcoming service at every budget. But flight attendants are bracing for a bumpy flight.
We have been saying for almost 60 years, sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. And now people are going to come with that expectation and not be able to do that. And every time that happens, we usually have to deal with conflict on board.
I'm expecting those seats we just sat in. Those were great.
Yeah.
That was like you were sitting in a...
Can I get those on the flights?
Those are real
nice.
easy chair.
From days gone by.
But it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be some people having some big thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of big thoughts,
yeah.
Will is here
I've
to
got
deliver them in pop.
Sit back, relax, and I won't charge you any extra for this pop news today. We're going to start with The Boss and the Bear. Last night, Bruce Springsteen and Jeremy Allen White celebrated the UK premiere of Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, alongside the rest of the cast, director, and Springsteen's longtime manager, John Landau. Take a look at Jeremy Allen White singing, and yes, it's really his voice, Springsteen's hit Born in the USA in the final trailer. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere hits theaters October 24th. Can we get a shot of these guys' jaws just fully on the floor?
Dude, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was amazing. I was already going to see it, but
Pretty
now
impressive,
extra.
right?
You're like, yes, chef.
Yes,
Whoa.
chef.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow, chef.
I know. All right, next to an inside look into the world of water, fire, and ash. And while technically that does describe my astrological chart, here I'm talking about Avatar. James Cameron announcing a new documentary giving a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the Oscar-winning second movie and upcoming third film. Take a look at the trailer.
It's very physical, immersive work, but it was an extraordinary time for me.
And I need you to be strong. Right now. Strong heart. Nothing is ever easy, but we learned so much, and that's why we wanted to give you a glimpse into the spirit of the making of the film.
The documentary will feature never-before-seen footage, the original concept art, and, of course, interviews with the cast and filmmakers behind Avatar. Fire and Water, the making of the Avatar films, will begin streaming on Disney Plus November 7th, and the highly anticipated third movie in the franchise, Avatar Fire and Ash, hits theaters nationwide December 19th.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Good acting right there.
I feel like that's got to be harder.
Well, and that's what's so amazing. The amount that goes into these films, you have to appreciate it as a viewer. There's so many layers to it.
And like the amount of concentration it would take to look at Kate Winslet with dots all over her
Yeah,
face.
you do an emotional scene, and it's just like machines and dots and things. Like,
Yeah,
Look in my eyes, not my dots.
There you go. Exactly. And I've always said that. All right. Next, let's head to the Upside Down, people. With just 41 days until Stranger Things returns on Netflix, the Duffer Brothers are finally dishing on the anticipated fifth and final season of the fan favorite show. Matt and Ross Duffer opening up to Variety, and here's what we learned. There's an 18-month time jump from the season 4 finale to the beginning of season 5, and the series finale runs around 2 hours long. And by the end of the season, they tell us that the story wraps up completely, including the Mind Flayer, Vecna, Demogorgons, Demodogs, and the story of Hawkins, Indiana. We'll get the chance to hear all about it when the cast of Stranger Things joins us here in December. Part 1 of the 5th season begins streaming on Netflix November 26th. I've been rewatching since the beginning of season 1, and it is just a riveting television show.
It's so good.
It's so good. Can't wait for that. All right, finally, a few weeks ago, we told everyone about Frank Urasaz. Living proof that being a Swiftie is timeless. Frank is 95 years young, started a Taylor Swift fan club at his retirement community in Omaha, Nebraska with the help of his physical therapist. And since then, Frank and his club have gone viral. Frank told us he's also a Travis Kelce fan. Here's the message he sent us for the newly engaged couple.
And I would like to congratulate the two of them because I was married for 70 years. Our goal is to have her play bingo here, and with a little luck, I'll show her how to win.
Oh, yeah. Frank, by the way, is in his Speak Now era, telling us his favorite Taylor Swift song is Never Grow Up. We're rooting for Taylor to make a stop in Nebraska so her fan club can play some bingo with the showgirl herself.
Love that.
I know.
That's awesome.
If she's as good at bingo as she is at selling records, Frank's got some stiff competition.
She'll be the best bingo player of all time.
Exactly.
Will, thank you so much. As always, a delight. And coming up, more delights await. Becky Worley got exclusive access into the top secret Xbox labs, getting an up-close look at a real game changer for gamers. That's next on GMA3. We are back now with what could be, and probably will be, one of the top holiday gifts this year. It's the new handheld Xbox devices. And Becky Worley got unprecedented access to a place I'd like to visit, Xbox Labs. And she's back now to tell us all about it. Hey, Becky, what do you have?
Well, it was super cool. I mean, it's hard to believe that the Xbox is about to turn 25, but behind the scenes of that gaming console in your living room are hundreds of engineers who are designing, rapid prototyping, and now turning the Xbox into a handheld device that's trying to differentiate itself from the other mobile gaming platforms that are on the market now.
A new handheld gaming device from Microsoft. Actually, two. The Xbox Ally and the Ally X.
Ooh, it feels like a controller that's gone whoop and gotten a little wider, but it has the same feel.
You know, your thumbs are in the same place, your trigger fingers are in the same place. Developed with hardware maker Asus, the devices have a 7-inch screen and run Windows 11, meaning that in addition to playing Xbox console games on it, you can play any PC or streamable game.
This is Microsoft Building 87.
In an exclusive peelback of the development process,
This is the 3D printing lab.
Ooh. Xbox President Sarah Bond shows me their labs.
This is where the team is actually designing, prototyping, and testing for the next generation of Xbox.
Oh, so this is the top secret
It is
room.
top secret.
From 3D printers to the machine shop.
So we very, very rarely take people in here. This is the Xbox lab.
Here, the company envisions all the ways and places we game. This is manageable.
You can actually have your full high-fidelity gaming library and have it in your hands and take it anywhere with you.
Because if you're console gaming at home and have to go,
it actually knows where you were in the game. You can go jump right back in, and you can start right where you left off.
Wow, it
Super
syncs
easy.
progress.
It syncs progress.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, you guessed it.
Carl Ledbetter from the design team walks me through the new features.
It has a high quality display and both devices share the same display. It gives you rich color and a fast refresh rate.
More than 3 billion people game worldwide, with Microsoft clocking more than 500 million active monthly users. But the rise in mobile gaming has been a bit of a phenomenon. Nintendo launched its second generation handheld this summer, the Nintendo Switch 2.
I think Nintendo kind of owns the market and everybody knows it, but Microsoft has the real opportunity to grow the market.
The success of the Nintendo Switch, I think, surprised a lot of people and probably put some pressure on Microsoft to answer. How is this the answer?
Actually, it's very different. Because it's powered by Windows, you can get all of your games, and you can actually pull games from other stores. And so it's one place that brings together an aggregated library, and that's just something that's not available anywhere else.
Parents will be happy to know that the controls you use to manage your kids' console gaming via your phone app, those will carry over and work on the mobile Xbox Ally devices too. Guys, my son Finn has already asked, is Santa bringing this to me?
Well, what'd you tell him?
Santa hasn't spoken to me about that yet.
Okay, all right.
I figured that would be a good answer.
Well, we'll figure it out. But you have Santa might have some decisions to make. What are the differences between the two models that you showed us?
Yeah, for more casual gamers, we're talking you Minecrafters out there, the Xbox Ally is $599. For the hardcore crew, Xbox Ally X, it has more processing power, more GPU processing. It's available for $999. The launch is today, and while pre-orders have been sold out in some places, the company says they do have stock coming in consistently between now and the holidays. And yes, I can't believe we're already thinking about that, Liz.
I know. It's here. Becky, you are the best. Thank you so much for your intrepid reporting there. And coming up, Diane Sawyer, one-on-one with Julia Roberts, talking about her new movie and so much more. That's coming up right here on GMA3.
We are back now with Julia Roberts' return to the screen after The Hunt is sparking conversations and drawing praise for her performance. Diane Sawyer sat down with the Oscar winner for a conversation. Take a look.
Julia Roberts arrives.
Tense up, everybody. Tense up.
It's me. I told her the new movie is so provocative.
New question.
I keep wrestling with it, changing my mind.
I'll just tell you what I think. Okay. You could go home if you want, because I really have so much I'd like to say.
I want to know what you think.
In the film, she plays a powerful but mysterious Yale professor at the center of a quartet of great actors. She's trying to piece together a kind of Me Too puzzle, an accusation against her close colleague and competitor by her student and protege. So who is telling the whole truth?
What are you saying happened? There's so many layers of mystery going on. I mean, I know there's sort of the obvious question of an incident and who's telling the truth, but who is ever telling the truth or not, and why in this movie is what's so interesting to me.
She is challenging to Io Adebari, who plays the graduate student from a powerful family, as the film asks, do we know everything about her motives?
I don't feel comfortable having this conversation with you anymore.
Not everything is supposed to make you comfortable. Maggie, not everything is supposed to be a lukewarm bath for you to sink into until you fall asleep and drown. And it's been really such a beautiful thing to sit next to Io, who I really admire and adore, and to listen to the words she chooses and the way that she sees the world in this movie.
And Julia's character is just as challenging to her friend, that professor played by Andrew Garfield. Charismatic, untamed. She says, watch his intensity. This was his first scene on his first day on set.
You know the truth, and you won't say it because it'll make you look bad. You're gonna ruin me, ruin my life, and you can easily stop it.
You give me too much power, Hank. I did not do this. You did this to yourself. First take just blows in and has this great scene, and you know, it's a long scene, and then it's over, you know, cut, and I was just like, oh, I'm sweating.
And at the center of it all, the question, what do we do with loyalty and doubt?
And having an ability to share opinions, to disagree, to have discourse, and leave room for the person opposite you having these conversations.
It's almost as if, is there a place beyond all these certainties that we can just meet and grapple together?
That is so perfectly said. So perfectly said.
The actors and their director had a chance to talk about all this when they made the unconventional decision to live together at Julia's house for a couple of weeks before filming. She and her husband, cinematographer Danny Moder, cooked the food.
I still can't believe that you all had God's sleepaway camp at your house, and everybody got to come stay at your house.
I mean, I love a good puppy pile of people. As you know, some days it felt like tight corners, and some days it's like, do we have any more clean forks? Somebody wash some forks. But it was great, and I think it was the fast track to the inside of each other.
I told her some writers are calling her performance astonishing, powerful.
The monumental center,
oh,
the coiled spring. You can stop me. Or
did you write all these things, Diane? Thank you.
Last night. Do you like them? Truly breathtaking. And that you get the varying shades of earnestness, caginess, altruism, and selfishness.
Wow.
Of being a human.
Will you send that to Danny?
She is now 57 years old, but it's always tempting to roll back the tape on her amazing career. An Oscar winner for Erin Brockovich.
I love the world. I'm so happy. Thank you.
A Pretty Woman.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
And that first burst into the screen behind the counter in Mystic Pizza. When I first interviewed her early on, she was still so vulnerable, maybe trying to find her way.
You know what I love the most about this moment? What? Even your ears are blushing. Your ears are blushing. I mean, I'm telling you, my heart is racing right now. And they were just so bright.
So red. Well, that's why I have them hidden now.
Now she's a woman in full command with the lucky gift of a 23-year marriage and 3 grown children she adores. So I thought I'd go back to a question I asked that young woman long ago. What does she hope heaven will be like?
There would be music. There would be dancing. Everybody would have wings in any color, in like their favorite color, right? And then at night, when everyone went to bed, it'd be really, really quiet. And then you just hear little bells in the very background that you could only hear if you really listened. I stand by my responses, yes.
And do you want to amend anything in heaven now?
I think we need a bigger table.
Wow. I love that interview. Can't wait to see the movie. After the Hunt is in theaters nationwide tomorrow. We'll be right back.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great day.
See you later.